Hi, welcome back to the ranch. Dr. Uptown here. Got a Sig Sauer SP 2022 that we're going to do some work on. They want it Duracoated, so we're going to do some disassembly on it and get it set up so that we're ready to Duracoat it. To start with, we're going to go ahead and remove the slide from it. On this particular gun, it's slides brought back so that this disassembly notch is with the arm. Now this one is pretty stiff. I've been having some problems actually getting this arm out without using some tools on it, so go ahead and see if we can get it pressed out to start it. May have to give it a little tap. Once that's out, just go ahead and pull the slide release or slide lock lever out, and that will allow us to take the slide off the front. Of course, for your field stripping end of it, it's just simply going to be a matter then of pulling the spring out and clear. And it doesn't have a flat wire spring in it, and then pull our barrel out of the slide. And that's where we're going to go for field stripping. Now, we're going to go ahead and set the slide apart for a few minutes. On this particular one, this backstrap, this entire backstrap system comes off, and what I found worked fairly well for that was there's a small button right in the inside here that you use to, you just push that button in and that releases that entire back strap of the frame to pull up and out. That releases that off and that comes up out of the way. Now, by just looking this over, there's basically 4 pins. This one, there's one underneath the decocker, and then one here. And I've never taken one of these apart before, so we're going to just kind of go slow and see what we run into here. Pop that first pin out, and I believe that will allow us to remove the front set of guide rods, which it does. Then the trigger is held in by a pin. Just going to kind of look things over here before we go ahead and take that out. Give this a tap and see what springs and everything fly off. Okay, removed the outer washer. Push that pin through, and that should release the spring and trigger mechanism. The trigger is indexed into the transfer bar that's there. That leaves us these 2 pins here, which I believe hold this entire firing mechanism chassis in place. So we'll remove those. With a bit smaller punch to push those out. There's the top one. And the bottom one. And then this whole fire mechanism should just slide up and out of the frame. We are being held up by our transfer bar. I see that now. So we will work on maneuvering that out of the frame. There's the transfer bar. Now let's see if we can take that chassis out. And it does. It just lifts up and out of the frame. All in one piece. And we'll set that aside. And that takes us down to our basic plastic frame with the exception of the magazine release, which we'll have to look and see how to take that apart. Okay, the next thing we're going to do is remove the magazine release, which this is an ambidextrous release. And we'll see if I can get the job done here. Using a bent safety pin. Basically, the magazine release is pushed in. There's a button that you push, and while you're pushing that button, you grab a hold of the keeper portion and remove it like that. And then once that's removed, you release the release, and it comes in the two parts, and you remove the magazine catch itself. So that's got the frame stripped down to its basic parts. Before we blast it, I am going to go ahead and protect the serial number section of it, and we'll run it through the sandblaster, get it all cleaned up and ready to be Duracoated. The next thing we need to do is work on the slide. We've got a few parts to take off the slide. First part we're going to take off the slide is going to be the loaded chamber indicator. It's held in place by a roll pin. And we'll see if we can get that roll pin to come out. Okay, so we ran out of memory card there. Like I say, once that pin is driven out, then that allows the loaded chamber indicator and the spring to come out, so we'll set those aside. Go ahead and finish taking that pin out the rest of the way. The next pin we have is this one here. We get that one driven out. That should hold our firing pin and spring in, and then we'll remove our trigger safety out, and that has our slide stripped. So now we're ready to Duracoat these parts up, and that's what we'll go ahead and get ready to do now. Actually, we're doing Cerakote on them, not Duracoat. But that's the complete disassembly of the pistol side of it. Okay, folks, so we're back and we're ready to put our SIG back together. Basically, it's just going to be kind of a reverse process of what we did before. Go ahead and start in with the firing group. Start sliding it down and into place. Now, if you remember, we had the transfer bar that we had to deal with. So we'll go ahead and get that back into its location. Well, kind of going together here. Should have it together later on, all the way.
To leave town. I figured I don't know that I'd be back in town tomorrow. I know you're only open for a little bit on Saturday. And
Yeah.
Saturday, back busy, so.
Yeah, I'll have it done probably in another hour. Well, it may not even be that
I was
long.
going to take the boys shooting this evening and didn't know if I could pick up the AR and pay you for it for now.
Well, yeah, I was going to say. If nothing else, you can take it.
Yeah, they've been bothering me. So.
Let's do this from the other side.
Showed my oldest boy a picture of that. And he's like, oh, I want mine done. Oh, here we go.
Yeah. Yeah, well, all we did was just start something now.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I got a couple buddies here wanting it done, so hope that works out.
Yeah.
I found that mag, and I found that sling, so.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, I'll run and grab that.
Okay, you have him taken care of?
Yeah, he's.
I hear you. School being canceled today, and they got an indoor.
Oh, yeah, your guys got canceled, didn't it?
So an indoor gun range down there that's heated. I thought, well, what better way to spend the rest of the day with them? They got
I'm an AR-22. Got tired of single shot.
Now I've got an old single shot that I've had for a long time, and somebody had painted the barrel and whatnot on it, and the stock on it's in horrible shape, but my grandfather had it, and I got it when he passed away. And I wanted to have the stock redone on it. You can find a new stock for it, but it's a Montgomery Ford.
There might be out there. It's probably either a Savage or a Mossberg.
But I tell you what, it's the old bolt action single fire, and you know, it's got the feed tube.
Yeah, we gotta put that back together. I always forget something. Yeah, because it's actually been a couple of days since I painted it, so. Get in there, turkey. Spring flying.
Well, you may have her get that, and you worked on that.
Oh yeah.
What was it? One.
So I just hung it off the rails there. I'm like, I'm not spending any time searching around. You bet. Yeah. Call it your name. You like this? Yeah, that's what some people tell me, like, I'm not really like this. Like, touch it, no. We opened up the first week in December. The shop itself, there was a gun shop here at the beginning of last year, and I think it was open for maybe 3 months or so. And the two people that owned this thing kind of followed me out and closed it up. Chris?
Yeah.
Who was it that had it before? Justin Moore? They closed it up, but Chris at that time was doing their gun sniffing. He had enough interest in having a gun shop, so we opened it back up. Well, I'll tell you, when we got some last Friday, we had a big box and 5 little boxes, and within an hour of them posting it, they were on. So rare chance that we do get 22s, they're gone within an hour. We have just enough 22, and if somebody bought one of our 22s as a selling point, we actually have a box to go with it. You know, because we hate to have somebody come in and go, well, you know, we'd like to buy that, or buy it in a minute, but can't find any ammo. Oh, well, in that case, we can help you out.
Well, shoot, if I want to, I don't know.
Yeah, you know, when you're gonna get your
I got plenty of shells, that's how much you.
That seems to be the case with a lot of people. They're afraid to use it because they don't know if they'll be able to replace it. Let it go.
You guys can see these.
We can.
Yes.
Do you have a moment?
Hmm?
I have a call for you.
That's Chris. Hey, Darren. Yeah. Oh. Okay. No, that's fine. All right, sounds good. Bye. Well, I've been sitting here recording the whole time. I haven't said anything because I forgot to turn. I thought I forgot to turn the camera on, and I been putting it together. So I guess I'll just have to kind of edit some of the blank nothingness out and see how it goes. But I'll leave enough in there so you guys can see what we did to put it back together and all this. Sorry I didn't do any explanation. I really didn't mean to leave you guys out of it, but apparently I did. So anyway, we got the slide back together, got the frame back together. Just put the slide back in it. Put our slide release back in place. I do that every time. One thing about this one is that barrel needs to be in the forward position when you put the slide release in, so that it will operate properly. We'll give it a little wipe down. Get all my greasy fingerprints off of it. I have one little spot on the extractor there that I think I may go ahead and just try to retouch back up. Since we were putting it in, apparently scuffed it up just a tad, but we'll touch that up. And then I need to white dot the sights, but once that's done, this will be completed. Do hope you guys find this interesting. Hope I'll talk to you later and you have a good day. It's the Sig Sauer 2025 in World War II OD green Cerakote with Magpul flat dark earth Cerakote.